kind of move this around a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit better. Let me go and switch over. There we go. Hello. I don't know if we got anybody in the chat yet, but hello if anybody is. I didn't do any live streams last week, even though I did really want to work on this. Well, I guess that's not entirely true. I did do a little bit of work on this for the project that all of this AI stuff is going into. But yeah, so I didn't end up doing a whole lot to this, which I'm a little disappointed by. But we're going to be doing the animations today for the AI project, which should be pretty exciting. I remember I was having a few issues with this, so we'll be having a look at this and seeing how all of this, and seeing what's going on with this little AI here. See how it's all working and everything. So, yeah. Should be pretty fun. Felt like there was something I was going to say that was on top of my head, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, well. I'm sure it'll come back to me. I'm sure. So, let me go and switch over here to what we got going on screen over here. And we can go ahead and start playing around with some of this. Let me go ahead. Transition. Oh, hold on. I was messing around with these earlier on in the week, and so all my transitions are a little screwed up, and not all the elements are there and everything. I'm trying to work on something that's a little bit better for streams and things like that. So I'm still playing around with a lot of the stream elements, all that kind of stuff. I meant stream elements as in parts of the stream, not as in the company. I just really oh well. Anyways, so yeah, so we're gonna be playing around with this a little bit for today. Oh, by the way, if anybody happens to know if I'm planning on later on today, probably after the stream, I'm trying to dual boot my PC with Arch and Windows. If anybody happens to know if that's going to cause serious problems, please let me know. I'm still fairly new to Arch. My laptop, I actually switched over to Arch maybe 2-3 weeks ago. I've so far been loving it. I went from Manjaro to Arch, and so far I've been really loving using Arch. It's worked pretty well, and I've even managed to run some like my Quest a little bit on it as well. Not perfectly, but a little bit I've been able to, which is partially why I want to try dual booting my PC. I wanted to see how that would work. So if anybody happens to know any guides or if that would cause problems, let me know, because I don't know if that is. I did like a very brief look earlier on today, and like the first guide that came up showed starting with Arch and then installing Windows, from what I could tell. So I hope that's not going to become problematic. Anyways, I just figured I would throw that out there in case anybody happens to know anything about dual booting systems. I've only done it once before, a very long time ago. I think I did it correctly if I recall, but I'd rather not take risks, because I've already found out that Arch can be a little bit interesting to work with. Hopefully everything will go all right. Hopefully. Anyways, let's go ahead and have a look at this. So I remember we were playing around with this, trying to figure out how all this works. Now I did notice something. Just look at this real quick. We are casting to tutorial character in order to determine speed. We're no longer using the tutorial characters, so what I'm thinking we're going to try and do, we're going to cast to character. Oh, no, not cast to. Get component by class. And we want this to be a character movement component. Now this should come back as valid every time, but just in case, we always want to make sure that it is valid, just in case. I've had people say that there are like way too many valid checks and things like that. I'm sorry, but you can't always guarantee everything's going to be working correctly. I'd much rather be careful than take the risk and find out that it's just not working. All right, let's see here. So you're still not moving though. Why? Let's check a few things here. Hold on. I want to check a few things. Actually, maybe I should have checked here before I did anything. Hold on. Selected. So, yes, it is inputting a speed, which is good. We want for it to input a speed. Is there nothing else going on in this blueprint? Weird. Yeah, it's literally just speed. What does the speed variable do? Let me see this real quick. Hold on. If I start increasing the speed. Does the speed variable literally do nothing at all? Dang it. Hold on. Let's see what this blend space does real quick. Hold on. It looks like it goes up to 120. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Speed. Oh, there it goes. Okay. It's because I had something selected, I guess. So, okay. So, yes, that should work. So, maybe we need to figure out what the speed that we're getting is. So, let's see that real quick. Print string. Because maybe our AI just isn't moving fast enough for it to change or something. I'm not sure if that's the case or not. Let's see. 1. Yeah, that would do it. That would do it. Basically no change whatsoever in the context of the blend space. Okay, it's control, not shift. I remember it used to be different where you could literally just grab on the screen and move it around, and they changed that, and it threw me off for the longest time. Okay, let's do this. Let's vector length divided by max walk speed. I'm going to change this around real quick. Hold on. We got our velocity that's currently moving at. What if I just took that threw it in there? Would that be a problem? Maybe we need to have a look at this AI again real quick. Because it's now been like a little over a week since I touched this. I have started playing around too with I can't remember what it's called, but when you start using animations on meshes and skeletons that they weren't designed for. So maybe we'll do a little something on that too. Let's see here, max walk speed. Where is? Did I pass it? I did. Max walk speed is 300. See, the thing is, I don't know the velocity it's going at too. How about we do this? Because I don't like this. Like 125 just seems like a very arbitrary value to me. I'm going to do this because why not? It'll make things easier. Hold on. Oh, Control Z. Control Z. Okay, there we go. I'm going to take this. We're going to move this down to 1. And then we'll just make it the max axis value of 1. And that should fix that. There we go. Look at that. Now he's walking around. Ah, perfect. Look at that. Took like a few minutes just to fix. Yeah. Couple small issues, but it was mostly pretty easy actually. I'm actually curious too. Is he like raising up his arms a little bit more? I can't tell. It does look pretty nice though. I mean, he's moving forward at all times anyways. So I guess it does work pretty nicely. Very nice. If I had like some more animations to work with, because this little model here doesn't have like a ton to work with. I would have loved to have one where he's like got his gun rested down at his side, you know, like just like up against his chest or something like that. Or maybe even where it's like a handgun, and so he's just kind of walking around like normal, and then if something alerts him, then he can pull out the gun or whatever. Because we could do things like that in the behavior tree. Just set like a bool that determines if it's alerted or not. If it is, then it changes like the upper half of him, like how his arms and all that behave. Because the legs realistically should always behave pretty much the same, I would think. And you would only need to change maybe like spine up would need to change in order to make it look a little bit more natural at that point. Which would not be that bad at all. Let's see real quick. I don't think I have any other animations to work with, do I? No, we just have idle and walk forward. Those are literally the only two animations on this mesh. That's disappointing. Hello, Polymer. How are things going? Look, we got the animation working on this little AI here. I was talking about how I hate that there's only two animations, though. We got walk and we got not walk, which is kind of annoying. but it does look pretty good, though, even if it is just a walk. Thanks, Palmer. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm still playing around with it. So since that video, I've already changed around like how I do some of the grabbing a little bit. Like I've moved the physics handle from the player onto each object, which I don't know if that's the best way, but I was running into some multiplayer issues, so I'll have to see if I can move it back to the player, because I hate having it on every single object, but we'll see how that all goes. I'll be doing a couple other update videos on that. I also want to do one on dungeon generation. My dungeon generator is like perfect, almost. There's still a couple of issues. Like I have extra doors that are spawning where they aren't supposed to be, but it's like almost perfect, and I love the way my dungeon generators turned out. I've rebuilt that thing like 4 or 5 different times now. And so I'm so happy that's finally working the way I want it to. But yeah. So there we go. I don't think I have any other meshes to work with, huh? Yeah, I'll have to do some proper tutorials once I figured all that out like perfectly. Since I don't have everything like working perfectly the way that should be, that's just what I've been doing. That's just what I'm gonna be doing for now. It's just like little, like, talking guides, I suppose. But yeah, should be really nice. I'm actually kind of disappointed. I was expecting for this animation thing to take a lot longer. It turned out to be so quick and so easy. I didn't have very much else planned for this live stream. Let me see. Do I have any other? I was talking about how I've been playing around with switching out meshes. I forget what it's called, like the remapping thing. Do I have any other meshes I can use? How will you do aiming with aim offset or just rotating the character? Like aiming with this character? Is that what you're talking about? Or like, so this one, I mean, he's kind of already aiming. I don't have a gun on me. Unfortunately, like, they don't give you, like, everything you need, which is really weird. Oh, wait, they have an Unreal Engine logo in here? All right. It's like I don't have, like, any other meshes or anything like that to work with. Oh, hold on. We can assign the gun to this. Hold on. Let's make this look a little bit more complete. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's get... Where's the skeleton at? If you're above him, he won't be able to look up. Well, so, I mean, this is on a flat surface, so, like, nothing's going to change here. Unfortunately, that's something that you need more animations for. I don't think... I mean, we could try. I don't think it'll work, though. We could try... Hold on. Look at... this what I'm thinking is look at function? I think it's this look at, if I recall. I think it's this look at. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could do something kind of like this. Like where we take this bone to modify. We'd probably want something like around the spine. Let's see here. Spine 01. And then I mean, that kind of works if you wanted him to kind of like aim around. The only problem is this is kind of going from like the waist here. In local space, hold on. Look at hold on, 0.5. Yeah, unfortunately, like this is something that would honestly be a lot better to do with animations, I think. Especially for like a ranged weapon. This look at is mostly meant for like heads and things. I've used this on AI just to get them to look at the player. And that's honestly worked really well. But I don't think that this is going to work as well for player. Hold on. Let's try doing this. Hold on. 0, 1. I also can't tell like what direction this is supposed to be facing. 1, 0. But like you can also add in like look at clamps and things like that. Yeah, this is incredibly simple to do. Yeah, now that's the wrong axis. That is definitely the wrong axis. I think this Y is like the closest I'll be able to get with this. Maybe if I can add a little bit to the Z, maybe? Oh, hold on. We might be getting somewhere here. Minus 0.5? No. What if I add 0.5 to this one? I don't think this is making a lot of difference in the rotation. But yeah, basically this is how you do like the whole look at thing. More or less. Still not the best here. Hold on. Oh, wait. I see. Hold on. That is the y-axis. Look up axis. That would be... Yeah, that's X. That is so weird. Hold on. This doesn't look like it's lining up correctly. Because this little red arrow kind of thing here, that's what the forward vector is, right? But it should be following this Y because we're just doing 1 on the Y, which should mean that it's just straight in the Y direction. Am I wearing pants? I am wearing pants, yes. I am in fact wearing pants. I feel like that was a very weird question, but yes, I am wearing pants. Thanks, Jamie. I appreciate that. Let's see here. I wanted to try and see if I could hook up this this gun real quick. Hold on. Let me see. Where is... Do we have one set up already? Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's do this. Where is... And... Right. Middle. Actually, this might work pretty well. Let's see this. Hold on. Here. Add... Gun. Ooh. Not gun. Static mesh. Yes, pants are in fact confirmed. I don't do live streams with pants off. I don't do this. I don't do this work from home style. Pet Zone over there was asking the real questions here. He knew what was up. Or she. I don't know. Let's see here. Oh, it's a skeletal mesh, not a static mesh. That's why. Hold on. This gets attached here. And then, let's see here. Let's socket hand right. Oh, that is the wrong location. Actually, I think that lines up pretty nicely. Let's turn that off real quick. Hold on. I need it slower. I was told the other day that I I was told the other day why did your camera move so fast? The other guy I was talking to did a lot of like modeling and things like that. I was like, I'm not doing things like most of the stuff that I do does not require slow motions. Hey, that actually works pretty nicely. Oh, the look at makes it look a little weird. Hold on. Let's disable that for a second. Hold on. Look at that. And actually, we can take this a step further, too. Because we already set up, like, the shooting stuff. We could take this a step further. Wait, is this the ranged one? Oh, this is the melee character. I was going to say, we could move the fire position to where the barrel's at, but this is the melee character. I thought this was the ranged character. Whoops. Hold on. We can fix this. Hold on. Let's delete this. Let's grab... Where's our ranged character? Here he is. I think he's actually based off of the melee character, if I recall. Hold on. Where are... Let's see here. Tutorial TPP. Do you have separate behavior trees for ranged and melee? I do. There's not a lot of differences between them. They, for the most part, work pretty much the same. So the ranged, this is the ranged. Hold on, let me pull up the melee one. I've been doing these in the other live streams too. I don't think Twitch saves them, but YouTube does if you ever want to go back and like look at those too. Most of these are the same. So the melee one... Basically, it keeps like a line of sight, like it keeps facing the player. And a big reason for that is because if you like keep them still and then the player kind of moves around them, then it kind of loses sight of the player and doesn't really know what to do. As far as I'm aware, there's no way to like move around the line of sight, which I think is really stupid. But yeah, the range doesn't have that problem, so I ended up taking that out. It just moves to a position, and it'll preferably move to a position behind cover. In addition to that, I also added this in. This is for like the actual fighting part. Basically, all this is doing is it's doing the same thing where it's kind of trying to keep like a same rotation, and that's just so it can aim in the correct direction. But then we also have the shoot player, which happens every 2 to 8 seconds, kind of varies. And then we also do this, which basically all this is doing is it's checking to see if it is still within roughly 2,000 units of the player. If it's a little further than that, then it'll try to move a little closer just so it can kind of close that distance. But this is just checking to see how far away from the player it is. So yeah, that's basically how all of this is working. I would like to see if I can eventually add like a dodge kind of thing to the melee characters. I was picturing something like in Borderlands where like you'll have like the bandits and stuff will kind of like roll out of the way when you like start. I can't remember if it's like if you start aiming down sights on them or if it's when you actually start shooting. But I'd like to see if I could figure out how to do something like that eventually. But I think that's also made a little bit more difficult in VR situations because you can't actually tell if the player's aiming or not. So, yeah. I don't want that triggering just when the player like accidentally swings their gun across. So that one might have to be like when they're actually shot or something. But I think that one too would also require an animation because what I'm thinking would have to happen for that is if it takes damage, there's like a % chance that it plays an animation where it rolls out of the way. Is what I would be picturing happens. Let's see. So here is our ranged one. Let's actually real quick too because I want to see how this works. Fire points, that gets added onto there. Let's go and reposition this around. Oh, hold on. I want that rotation to stay the same because I know that rotation's correct. Oh, well, that went way off. Hold on. Let's see. 0 on Y. Wait. 0 on X. Okay. That was too far. Let's do maybe 80, 70, 60. Let's do 65. I think 65 should be good. Man, I think that mostly works. Yeah? Okay, we probably want like 0, 0, 90. Because we want to make sure that that's all correct relative to the gun. Alright, let's actually see how this works too, because I want to make sure it still shoots and everything too. I've already started kind of bringing this over into the Altiverse project. So some of this is kind of already in there, and I've already had to do a little bit of tweaking too, specifically for that project, which I kind of expected. So let's see here. Oh, that's right. I had to do this reverse. Where are you going? What just happened? Did he not even see me? Hold on. He shot a bullet at me. What happened? I remember this working a lot better than it is now. Wait, is he searching for me over there? This isn't working how I remember it was working. Ugh. I'm gonna move that out of the way. go and see. I remember this working a lot better than it was. Sequence shoot player. Wait. Did I maybe screw this up at some point? Oh, wait. Hold on. Maybe that's the reason why? I don't know. He is very much broken. I remember him shooting a lot more before. I don't know what I did. Let me try something real quick. Maybe the distance needs to be a little bit more. Maybe it's like colliding with the gun by accident or something. Let's try distancing this a bit more. Maybe like 70. Wait, I need my right hand, not my left hand. Oh, did he see me? What's going on here? Oh, he did see me. Those bullets also don't shoot very far. Oh. Is he shooting bullets only when I move? He is. He's shooting out bullets when he rotates. I wonder if they're colliding or something. Hold on. Let me push him way further out. Hold on. New blueprint. Fire point. Do like 100. I want it way far out. Make sure it's not possibly colliding. Hold on. Did he not see me? Look at him. He's like auto firing every time he rotates. Hold on. What did I do to him? That's gotta be an issue in the behavior tree or something. Hold on. We may have to have a closer look at this. I don't remember this happening before. I don't know what is going on. The AI is rebelling. Let's see here. Shoot player, wait, distance from player. Hold on, let's see what this thing is doing when running. Hold on. Play. Let's switch back in here. Okay, never mind. That's not gonna work, I guess. Hold on. Let's do this then. Let me see if it'll let me do this. Hold on. We're gonna see here. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what this parallel node does. Okay, he sees me. Hold on. So yeah, it's erroring out because infight is not set, which is correct. This node is a local scope for decorators. So it's not even getting to the sequence. Maybe, do I need to swap this around for this one maybe? Hold on. What if we do this? This is getting a little confusing. Hold on. Did you not see me? Oh, what the? That did not fix it. What is going on here? Simple parallel. This node is a local scope for decorators. All observing decorators will be removed when execution flow leaves this branch. I mean, we could try moving these into like the actual ranged player themselves. Like if the player is detected, then shoot every X amount of seconds, or is valid, I suppose. Let's see if maybe that works a little better. Hold on. Okay, if we maybe do a little something like this. Hold on. Ranged. Let's move that in there. New blueprint. Actually, let me save that too. Maybe event tick. Get player. Hold on. Maybe we need to mess around with this real quick. Hold on. Oh, you know what? I have a better idea. Hold on. We can grab it from the blackboard. Hold on. Get blackboard. Cast to... Do I need to do get controller? Get... Controller. There we go. And then we could do get value as object. Here we go. Make literal name. Because it's a literal name. Let's see. Player. Is valid. Then we could do a shoot player. And then, actually, do I want to do delay first? I think I may want to do a delay first, maybe? Delay. Let's just say 3 seconds, just so we got like an idea here. Let's see if this works a little better. Oh, I wonder if... I think I may know what's happening. Hold on. I think I know what's happening. I gotta wait for him to come back at me, though, I think. Ooh. Did not mean to smack that. Why is this so shit? I think what happens is maybe the attack needs to be handled like in the AI's event graph. And I think that the actual movement and like how he moves around should be handled in the behavior tree maybe. Yeah, I think I know what's happening. I mean, he is shooting now, though, correctly. That's good. So I think I may know what's happening, too, when he walks away. I think it looks for cover initially. So I wonder if what's happening is he's moving to cover, and while he's moving to cover, if it's like in the opposite direction of where I am, he's losing sight of me, and so he doesn't know what to do anymore. I think that may be what's happening. And I don't entirely know what to do about it. Let's see. Let's see. What if we disable restart? I don't know if ignoring a restart would actually work. Unresult change, lower priority, key query. Hold on. Selector, sequence, simple parallel. I don't know what this auto range one is too. What is this? What is this? Oh. Oh, it literally automatically arranged everything. This arrangement does not make any sense though. I didn't know that was a thing, so you could like auto arrange things. I don't know why this ends up all the way over here though. That's a little confusing. All right. So I think what needs to happen, I wonder if there's a way. I don't like this arrangement. I don't know why it did it this way. I wonder if I need a way to make sure that all of these run in order, and then maybe there also needs to be like a rotate too. Or maybe, let me try this. There is this option that says allow strafe. What happens if I try allowing strafing? Maybe that's the solution. That doesn't look like strafing to me. I don't think that fully worked correctly. um, I think the other thing too for the range character, I wonder if I need to have it so that way it's checking to make sure that this is in the rough correct range. I was actually kind of hoping too that strafing would allow for it to keep facing, the player as it was moving around. But that didn't seem to be the case. Let's see. No, because player's no longer set. Maybe I need like the last known location? What if I did something like this? So it moves to the location, then it rotates to face the last known location. I think that might work. Because then it's rotating to face where the player at least was last seen, so it should regain that sight, I think. We're going to try this. Why are you still walking past me? Oop. Okay, he is not rotating to face me. Hold on. Maybe I need to see what this is doing. Hold on. I mean, it is getting there. It just doesn't seem to be getting there the way it's supposed to. Why can we not just think things and let the AI figure out what it's supposed to do? Like, just tell the AI, hey, dodge bullets for us. And it just says, okay. Like, that would just make things so much easier. Team fight is not set. Wait, hold on. I'm never setting this back to false. Oh, that could be part of the problem. Hold on. So this is only being set. Okay, so I also want to set it over here. Hold on. This could be part of the problem too. We are never like resetting things so we can go back to the way it's supposed to be. Hold on. Is this Mario Kart music? This is awesome. I love this. I don't know if this is just me. It sounds like the, I think it's like the Mario Kart menu thing. Oh, I think it worked correctly that time. It went back and then turned back to face me. Hold on. If I like keep moving, is he going to keep... Oh, kind of. What are you doing? Oh. That would explain it. Why is it going back and forth like that? Let me double check this task real quick. Hold on. Oh, wait. Hold on. This might need to be on false, not true. I think this may have been screwed up. Hold on. Because we cast to VR. We cast... Let's see. Player. Yep, that's the player it's targeting. Which gets cast to VR pawn. Let's see. Controlled pawn. We get their locations. If the location is less than the max distance, then we just finish execute positively. Yeah, I think this was backwards. Yeah, I think I had that backwards. Whoops. Where are you going? It went past me to find a place to hide. Alright. I mean, it is working correctly now. It is now doing exactly what I wanted it to. I guess I can't complain too much. God, Jesus. Let me see. Hold on. Let's maybe mess around with this EQS a bit more. Hold on. Let's go and get a query real quick. Hold on. Let's get the testing pawn in there. Open this up. Let's drop in our EQS. There we go. And then if we drop in a VR pawn, should... There we go. Now it's updated. So yeah, it's going to look for place behind cover. But I wonder. Let me see. What other tests are there that I can run? I don't know what dot does. And we also got gameplay tags, overlap, pathfinding, trace, volume. Maybe, do I need to reduce the size of this courier, maybe? Like, what if I just, like, decrease the size here? Is there a way maybe I can check to see if it's behind, like, either the AI or the player, maybe? Trace data, trace shape, trace complex. I would say maybe we need to check to see if it's in sight of the AI for it to be considered, but I don't know that that's going to work either. Let's see, we're preferring lesser. This is an interesting conundrum. Let's see, geometry by channel, trace channel visibility, trace shape line, box, sphere, capsule, trace complex. Is there a way I can create maybe like a custom test maybe? Profiler. What does volume do? Yeah, that's correct. Volume class. Is this literally for for sound or something? That's not what I thought volume was gonna be. Scoring factor, yeah. Let's see here. Add test. What does dot do? I don't know what dot does. Mode rotation. Data binder. I don't know what this does. Hold on. Oh, wait. Mode rotation. Wait, huh? Hold on. Unreal Engine EQS dot maybe. I don't think this is going to tell me what I want to know. See, there's the trace test, there's distance they use. I wonder if it's possible for me to have like a line like that goes left and right past the player. And then if it happens to be on any side opposite that line, it prefers not to go that way. Because I think that would make a lot more sense. I'm just not entirely sure how to do that. I don't know that we can do that with any of these tasks. Distance, dot, gameplay tags, overlap. Distance, dot, gameplay tags, overlap, pathfinding, pathfinding batch. Pathfinding. This would need to be for filler. Test mode, path exists. This might actually work somewhat, maybe? I don't really know. Skip unreachable, yup. Actually, I'd probably want this one to filter and score. Let's see, I think this would need to be inverse linear, perhaps. Data binding, scoring factor 1, normalization type absolute. I think that may work. Let's see. I think that's now removed. Everything. Hold on, maybe let's just do score only. Okay, hold on. If I switch this to linear. I mean, I think it kind of works. Maybe. What if I switch this to like 2 real quick? No, wait. This probably does need to be inverse linear. Hold on. Inverse. Actually, let me do this real quick. Hold on. Let me disable all these real quick. I wonder if I need to start like prioritizing, like choosing a priority between all of these. Okay, yeah, this works. It's inverse linear because I want whatever's closest. Yeah, so it's going to prioritize like this position back here. Which is good. Let me see. Now, what if it was like over here, like next to the player? So it's going to prioritize this position over here because it's quick, out of the way, which is good. Yeah. Ooh. Over this way. Wouldn't even pick it up. I think that mostly works. I may want to decrease the size of it, maybe, so that way it's not like going. So that way it's not like trying to go all the way out here. I'm a little confused though how it did manage to pick up a point like all the way over here. Let me check something real quick. Hold on. Let's check the behavior tree real quick. So let's see. It runs an EQS query. And then whatever it gets goes into the patrol location. So hold on, what does it give as a patrol location if like there's nothing there? Because I wonder if that's what happened. Like it got a, like it couldn't find any position. Like does it just go straight for the player? Because that could make some sense. Let me see here. Query config, run mode, single best item. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. Delete. Let's expand this real quick. Param name, value. I don't really know what this does. Okay, that's weird. What is this? EQS query. Oh, maybe it uses one from a Blackboard. Okay. So I wonder if, like, if it doesn't hit anything else, then it goes straight for the player. If that's the case, then I wonder if there needs to be a way to detect if it hit a point at all. But I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna reduce this a bit. Let me see. Is there no way? Hold on. Data binding, generate around, navigation filter, auto sort test, option name. I don't think there's like any way to choose. Let's see, space between. Generate around, option, auto sort test, navigation filter. Let's see here. Unreal Engine, EQS, no results, maybe? EQS query. QS querier. Hold on. Does that maybe need to be self? Hold on. Self? Yes. Okay. Single best item. Hold on. Ah, okay. So I think I need to run like a modified version of the EQS query. So I think I have an idea. I wonder if I need to create a custom task for this. So hold on. Let's do this. Let's create a new task. EQS query. Let's go and save that there. Receive execute AI. Run EQS query. Needs to be EQS. There, the controlled pawn is what's going to be the querier. Is valid. Okay, and if it's not valid, let's see, we need like a variable that can be returned. Patrol location, Blackboard, key selector, set Blackboard value as vector. Get actor. Location. So it'll basically go nowhere if there's nothing that it gets. Gets query results as locations. Oh, here we go. Outputs an array of locations generated by the query. If the query generated actors is filled with their locations, return false if there is no valid results. Okay, perfect actually. This works fine. Let's actually just feed this into a branch then, instead of doing like a whole is valid and all that. Okay, false. Otherwise, we're going to set it as set Blackboard values bool. Oh, not bool. That was my bad. There. Ooh, hold on. Get copy. There. There. And then we finish execute successfully. Perfect. Okay. So now we know. See EQS query, patrol location. So now we run in here. So if it doesn't end up getting any position, then it's just going to stay where it's at, which is perfect. Let me see actually. Let me remove a couple of these things real quick. I'll move like a couple things near the AI. Just to make sure it behaves correctly. Okay, well that does mostly work at least. It is now staying in its spot. I'm a little curious though why it started spazzing back and forth though. Maybe it's because I was just out of range of it or something? Because I fixed this. I wasn't having any more issues with that after fixing that, so I don't... Let me see if maybe it's based off range, because I did see it fixed itself, and I wonder if maybe I need to like increase it to eyesight or something. Oh, wait. Oh, I get it. I know what's happening. That's why it's based off distance. That is 2,000 units right there. And its eyesight, I think, is like 3,000 or something like that. So it's trying, it's not really sure what to do. So maybe instead of returning a position like between, hold on. I can think of two things to do. And I think I'll actually do them both. Hold on. Let's do this. So let's set the last known location at the same time we set the player. First off. Because if we do this, I think what will end up happening is now it'll try and stick with the player in this state. And actually, if I do that, I don't even think I need to use this. Maybe I'll leave it alone for now. We could see. But the other thing, too, I'm going to change this. Yeah, I'm going to change this. We're going to put it like in a position between the player. So let's do this. Get player pawn. Get actor location. And then I have an idea for this. Hold on. I think it's called line segment. Hold on. Segment. Find closest point on segment. Yes, here we go. Or maybe, hold on. Find point distance on segment. No. Segment. There's got to be a way to get like a random location between these two players. Hold on. Segment. You know, we'll do it this way for now. Let's thanks, Jackies. Jackies. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And yeah, definitely come back. Yeah, if you all come back for this. Let's see here. Hold on, I got an idea because we can't keep the same location. So let's do this. Fine. Look at rotation from this actor to this actor. Forward vector. Let's get the distance vector. And let's get a random float in range between 0 and let's say like this distance divided by 2. And then if we take the actor location and add that, this multiplied this, there, feed that in. So now it should move at least a little bit closer each and every time. I'm actually wondering if maybe I should have set that as like 10 or something. Something small. Is he not moving in? Oh, no, he is moving. Okay. Okay, seems to work a little better. He's still facing me and everything. Wait. Oh, there's 2 VR pawns. That threw me off for a second. I was about to say, there's a ghost in my game. A little mimic. No, there's a VR pawn over here. Hold on. Is this it? Yeah. That threw me off for a second. I was like, I don't remember doing something where there was going to be 2 hands like that. There we go. Okay, no, he does still move. Okay. I wonder if I'm just like within range of his sight or something. I think that's what was happening. Yeah, and everything else works fine. Nice. That is an awesome little one. All right, so I wonder. This is gonna look a little derpy. This would look a lot better if I had like proper animations to work with, but I wonder if I should make it so if he ever takes damage, then he like teleports somewhere else just to show that he's dodging or something. Actually, I learned how to hold on. Random location in I was gonna say I found an interesting way to I found a way to find like a position on a circle's circumference earlier today, or I guess I was reminded of it. That might have been something I already knew. I don't know. But anyways, I was trying to think. I know there's another way to get like a box location or something like that. Box. Oh, here we go. Random point and bounding box. Let's do this. Get actor location. Or actually, no, even better. Random point in reachable radius. So let's do on any damage. Or maybe it's event any damage. Yeah, event any damage. Event any damage. Teleport. Okay, this is going to become here. Get actor. Ooh. Location. Say a radius of, I don't know, maybe 100. Hold on. 100. Rotation. Let's just get the existing actor rotation. Or maybe, do I want to do that, or do I want to have it just automatically rotate to where the player's at? We'll have it automatically rotate to where the player's at. Let's do that. Get actor location. Get player pawn, which we're then going to get actor location. Fine. Look at rotation. Split, because we only want to feed in the Z. Otherwise, he might topple over. And let's do a branch here. And then we can actually do like a random bool with a weight. Random bool with weight. Let's say maybe like, I'm gonna do 0.9. He's just gonna dodge all over the place. Let's see how this goes. Actually, let me double check real quick. I think the projectiles do automatically apply damage. They do not. Hold on. Apply damage. Could be the other actor. Say like 10. Just some value. We'll also have it like go all limp when he gets hit with enough damage. Oh, I did simulate not VR. It just occurred to me, I think I may have stopped this from working. Hold on. What is moving me? Oh, it's the wall, I think. Go. That does not work. Hold on. Let's do this. Hold on. I got an idea. Because I just want something that works like easily right now. So let's try something. VR pawn. Yeah, that would do it. Actually, I might be able to just do a quick modification on this. let me have a quick look here. Grab, try grab, requires the motion controller. Needs to be valid. Yeah, because that's what it attaches to. Why does it have to use a motion controller? Might be able to change this real quick. Let's try it real quick. Hold on. Let's do just a scene component. Scene component. Save that. Let's see here. I'm just going to enable this on the left one for now. Hold on. Oh wait, this needs to be changed, I think. Hold on. I'm not going to use this. Let's just remove that real quick. Perfect. All right. I think that may work. Let's try that real quick. Just a quick little modification. Nope, that did not work. Okay. Well, that's disappointing. Alright, let's just do this then. I'm just gonna have like a little trigger that spawns a projectile. Hold on. Let's just do grab left, grab right. Do I have a trigger? Input action. I don't think I have anything for trigger. Alright, grab it is then. Spawn actor from class. Projectile. Started. Viewport, hand left, add, fire point. Oh, scene component. Call this fire point. And I'm just gonna move that forward a bunch. So it should just hopefully spawn that direction. Hold on. I know. I'm coming. Get world transform. I'm not going to pass in the scale though. I'm just going to pass in location rotation. Always spawn. Perfect. Oh, that's right, grab. Oh, wait, that's the right hand. Oh, that works. This is like the weirdest VR character I think I've ever put together. Oh, it's not actually colliding with the AI. Interesting. I don't know what it is, but this is just fun. Alright, let's go and escape out of that. Alright, so for some reason the projectiles are not hitting the AI. I'm not entirely sure why yet. Hold on. Let's have a quick look at this. Let's have a look. I really need it to collide with the mesh. Let's see. Collision. It does not generate overlap events. Let's see. It does block almost everything. Let's see here. Where's the projectile at? Projectile. What actually uses the sphere collision? Okay, sphere collision, which I know generates overlap events, and it overlaps with everything. It's world dynamic. It could just be because that that overlap events was not checked. Let's see, this is a pawn. World dynamic. Let me try that real quick. If this doesn't work, then I may need to change it to overlap with world dynamic. I think it's still not hitting. This is such a weird way to aim, too. Alright, let's try this then. New blueprint, mesh. Let's see here. It was world dynamic, right? Yes, it is. World dynamic, overlaps with everything. Query and physics. Let's see here. Let's make this custom. Overlap world dynamic. Let's do collision enabled. I'll save. Projectile. Sphere collision. Collision enabled. Let's try that. I wonder if there's something in the projectile that's preventing the overlap. Let me double check real quick. Just double check the event graph here real quick. Oh, that could be why. It's checking to see if it's simulating physics. Okay, let's skip that. Actually, it just occurred to me. This needs to happen before we destroy the actor. Okay, that's probably why, because it's not simulating physics. That's probably why there's an issue. Oh, it worked. I mean, it is teleporting around. I think 100 is just way too small. I got two to collide. Oh, that's awesome. Hold on. I want to see if I can do it again. Oop. I was trying to see if I could get two to collide again. like I said, I think it would be a lot better if I had like an animation that played with a oh, what's it called? With root motion. Because then I think that would look a lot better. I could kind of get it like rolling out of the way. And then the root motion would make sure that all the motion stays in sync and all that, which is nice. I think that's a pretty nice little starting AI right there. We got one that will move around, start shooting at you. We got another one that'll come up and start attacking you. And they'll both just kind of chase you around, which is nice. Very nice. Look at that. Actually, I'm a little curious too, because I don't think I've seen it jump behind a wall anymore since it started doing that. Let me double check and make sure that that still works. I want to make sure that that works before I call this pretty good altogether. Let's put down a couple more. I just want to get close to it. Hold on. Oh. Where are you going? I think when I get behind walls like this, I think because I'm sitting down, it can't really detect me very well. Yeah, I think it can't detect me very well sitting down like this. I've been playing around with this, and it looks like it mostly detects the capsule component from what I can tell. It doesn't seem to pick up on, like, hands or anything. Oh, I didn't mean to smack that. It doesn't seem to pick up on hands very well or anything like that. I think it mostly picks up on the capsule component for players. I'm still unsure, though, how that's going to behave with, like, a skeletal mesh if you have, like, a full body thing going. Like, the moment I jump behind a wall here, he kind of loses me. Oh, okay, so it's not going behind the wall, though. I think his rotation's a bit off. Yeah, his rotation's just ever so slightly off. It's like just to my right. Yeah, there's a bunch of, I think there's a bunch of like animation specific things that need to happen here. May I need to do like another live stream series like solely focused on animations and like how animations behave, like trying to reposition them and things like that. Because like that's something that's going to take like several hours in and of itself. Because I'll probably have to come back and do one where like the gun kind of moves around, like just the gun and maybe the arms a bit. Maybe the head a little bit. I'm not sure if the head needs to move around a whole lot. Actually, if those things are going to move, maybe the back needs to move a little as well. But maybe I need to come back and kind of play around with like the aiming part of it. I also want to see too if at some point I can figure out how to do like a slightly, like, oh, the AI missed its shot. Like there's a certain % chance that it'll miss. But I think that this is a pretty good starting AI. It's not perfect. I may end up coming back to this and playing around with this a little bit more. But I think like as just a general starting AI, this works pretty well. I'm going to be using this in Altiverse. And when I bring that in there, I already know that there's going to be like modifications that I need to make because the space is, there's not quite as much space like we have in this map. And I'm a little concerned about how the navigation is going to work just because of the way that I'm having to set up the nav mesh and things like that. But yeah, maybe I need to, I'll probably end up playing around with it. Maybe I'll end up doing like a proper tutorial on like AIs and things like that. That, you know, more for VR kind of stuff. But I think that like this is a great just starting area because we got ranged characters that are able to keep track of you and keep shooting at you, assuming you're not shrunk down like I am. Yeah. I'm like at half my normal height right now sitting in this chair. But yeah, may I need to play around with this a bit more. Yeah. This will be fun to play around with. Cool. But I'm gonna have to end the live stream here. I think I'd mentioned this at the beginning. I'm actually real quick. Let me switch to OBS real quick. I'm gonna switch over here. There we go. Transition. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end off the live stream here though. Like I said at the beginning, I'm actually gonna be trying to dual boot my PC with Arch and Windows. I'm trying to switch a little bit more over to Linux. My Windows is great, but I don't like it as much anymore. Is also first going to be entirely dungeon based. Mostly yes. The overall like story for Altiverse is basically that it's a you play as a character in a sort of Matrix metaverse virtual world kind of scenario. It's basically the same kind of scenarios like Matrix. You know, a lot of the people in this world have grown up there, but there's a lot of other virtual worlds and they've all grown, and people from those worlds, most of them have grown up in those worlds. And so that's all they know. They don't know that there's other worlds beyond their own. And, until the entire Matrix kind of starts collapsing in on itself and all these random rifts and things like that begin opening between the worlds. And that's kind of the idea I'm going for. So a lot of it's going to be like dungeons and things that are kind of shifting around as the Matrix itself is like constantly changing and evolving. So I'm going to be doing like a lot of procedural stuff. I want to also do like some weapons, and I have a couple other ideas. I don't know if some of them are going to be too much, so I'm not going to say all of them in case they don't get added in. But it's going to be like a lot of procedural stuff for this project. But it's mostly going to be dungeon based. The first character that I'm focused on right now is coming from a more medieval background, like Middle Ages type scenario. So for him, it's going to for him there's going to be a couple different characters, and they're all going to have like their own starting areas, but his is going to be a little bit more like a usual dungeon kind of scenario. But as you go further and further in, these dungeons are going to become more chaotic, so you may end up finding one later on down the line where it's like some mix between a Middle Ages type deal, like Middle Ages medieval style, but it also has like a little bit of a futuristic design to it. Like you start finding like swords that are not just swords, but they're like plasma swords or things like that. So it's going to mix a lot of different things, and I'm excited to see how it turns out. But I also know that I'm trying a lot of things that may be very risky, and so I'll also be doing a lot of play tests. I'm actually planning on doing play tests here near the end of March, just for like the first level and the first character, just to kind of get opinions back and see if some things need to change, because I'm pretty far along so far, and I just need to see. So yeah, I'll start saying, I'll make sure I start I'll sorry, I'm starting to stutter. Uh, I'll be saying in Discord as well as on live streams here when I start having those play tests available. I'm still trying to decide how I want to do those. If I want to have just some people can do them for now, or a limited number of people to start off with, or if I want to just kind of have them open play tests. Because I've never actually play tested any of my games like properly myself, so I'll have to. I'll kind of have to play around with that and see how that goes. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'll let you know when those play tests start going out. Either way, if I have like a forum for like limited users or anything like that, because I also would like to do like co-op multiplayer, but I don't know that that's going to be available right off the bat because I found that hosting servers is pretty expensive. So I'll have to play around with that. I may have to do single player for the first round. But anyways, yeah, that should kind of give you like a rough idea of how Altiverse is. I've also had other people tell me that they don't fully understand the idea, which is also partially why I want to do play tests, because I also want to see if maybe it's too confusing of an idea. So anyways, I'll talk about that a little bit more once I get a little bit closer to doing the play test and all that. But anyways, I'm going to go and end off the stream. Yeah, I'm actually going to be playing around with my computer. I'm going to be trying to dual boot my computer with Arch Linux and Windows. I don't know if anybody happens to have any opinions on that or any tips, because I've been playing around with Arch a little bit and it seems like mostly works well. So if anybody does, that would be appreciated. Issues with Windows. I've had... Windows has been interesting for me. Let me put it this way. I don't hate Windows. Windows is, for the most part, pretty good. There's two problems that I have with Windows. One, I do periodically have issues. And my laptop actually does run Linux. It actually does run Arch Linux. I switched from Manjaro to Arch a couple weeks ago. And like problems I have on my Windows machine, I don't have on my laptop. Like I've run the same projects on both and just don't have any issues. But the other thing too is me personally, I like having more control over my system. And I prefer to know that there's not like any security issues, you know, there's no like spyware ads going on in the system. And as far as I'm aware, Microsoft hasn't gotten terrible with that, but I've noticed they've started doing things like adding ads in when you go to download Chrome and things like that. And it does have me a little concerned just long term. Are they going to start throwing more ads and tracking stuff into Windows? And so that part, it's just a personal thing. I've actually been doing like a lot of gaming and stuff on my laptop, and it's worked pretty well. I've tried running my Quest. It mostly works fine, but I think it's just like the... I think it's like my network or something just doesn't work very well with my Quest, like between my laptop and Quest and all that. But for the most part, it seems to work all right. I haven't been able to test my index, though, because my laptop doesn't have a DisplayPort connection. So, yeah. I don't have any serious issues with Windows. Most of the things that I do, I've been able to get working at some point at least. But it just seems like I have to fight a lot more with Windows than I do with Linux. I'll still need, like, Windows, though, because I obviously need to test on Windows. And if I want to package Windows games, I need a Windows OS because you can't do Linux to Windows. You can do the other way, but I haven't been able to figure out how to do that. So yeah. Yeah, I'm going to at the very least be running like a little bit of an experiment to see if Linux does end up doing better for me in the long term. And if that's the case, I'll probably just end up transitioning over to Linux and then just use Windows as when it's necessary. So we'll see how all that goes. It works pretty well. I do have Unreal Engine running on Linux. I've had a few small issues. The only... I don't even know if I'd say it's a serious issue. But the only issue that I've had with Linux, actually that's not true. I've had two issues with Linux and Unreal Engine. Is I've had issues where sometimes the mouse is not like in the correct position in Unreal Engine as it is on screen. Like for some reason Unreal Engine will see it like in the upper left, but I found that that's a really easy fix. All I do is like I unmaximize it and then it all fixes itself, and then I can maximize it again. The other issue, which I had for a short period of time but fixed itself, and I don't know how, was that I wasn't able to like type when I like right clicked and like tried to pull up like a blueprint node. Like it wouldn't let me type, and that fixed itself somehow after like a day or two, and I don't know how that did. Other than that, I haven't had any issues, but I also haven't tried any VR stuff in Unreal Engine yet. Or at least not to that same extent, I suppose. Like I haven't tried running it like my Index and Steam VR or anything like that in Unreal Engine. Yeah, most of the Unreal Engine projects I've tried so far have been like regular flat screen pancake games. So we'll see how that goes. I'm actually thinking about doing like a short video on that, trying to see how well Linux works. I've wanted to do that forever, but I've had problems with Ubuntu and Fedora. And Arch Linux has so far been the only OS that's run fine for me without any issues with VR. And that goes for Manjaro as well. Manjaro and Arch are the only two OSs I've managed to run so far and have no issues. With at the very least connecting the hardware. So I'm hoping this will go pretty well. So we'll see how it goes. I haven't dual booted my system in forever. And last time I did it was an old laptop, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Who knows? Maybe next live stream I'm doing it on Arch Linux or something like that, because I find that works pretty well. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Actually, it's interesting too. Unreal Engine does officially have downloads for Windows now. Yeah. Oh, the only issue you can't get past is you can't download plugins or anything like that from the Unreal Marketplace. Unreal Engine does not exist on Linux, which is very confusing. I don't understand why. You have to download on Windows and transfer it over to Linux if you want to do it that way. Because of course. That's like the only problem I've not managed to get around. I don't use a lot of plugins though. I do use a lot of like assets and stuff, like models and like meshes and models and things like that. But I don't use like a lot of plugins. But that's still a problem because then I can't download them without like going on to Windows, which is really weird. Anyways, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'm planning on doing like just a short video on this. So I'll probably be doing that on Rift in Reality. So we'll see. They need to throw launch. Honestly, like the Epic Games launcher is very, very laggy too. Like I've had, it just seems so slow to me. They really do need to do like some fixes to it or something. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. It apparently uses Unreal Engine to. Does it really? Uses Unreal Engine to render HTML. I did not know that. That feels like it's an unnecessary thing to do. You know what, too? Unreal Engine has not supported HTML, has not been able to package for HTML since like Unreal Engine 4.20 or something like that, which has been a few years. The fact that they're using Unreal Engine for that, yeah, they do need to fix that or something. I did not know that. That's interesting. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go and end off the stream. Like I said, I gotta go do some work on my computer now. So, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully everything goes smoothly and I don't cause any problems or anything. I'll be backing up at least a couple of my projects, so just in case. But yeah. So hopefully. You guys all have a good day, evening, afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you guys are. I hope to see you guys back next time I do a live stream, which I'll hopefully be doing one later this week. So I hope to see you guys back there. Bye, Palmer. And if there's anybody else in chat,